RAID BIOS console configuration. This demonstration is designed for use with Intel hardware RAID controllers that use the Intel RAID driver package names that begin with IR3. This demonstration will describe common Intel RAID BIOS console utility screens and settings and create an array using the automatic configuration method. For more detailed information, see the Intel RAID Software User's Guide from the link shown. Boot your system after installing a RAID controller. When you see the screen in Post, hold down the Control key and press the G key to start the BIOS console utility. Post will continue until you see the next screen. Select the controller and click Start to begin the configuration. With a single controller, simply click Start. On the main screen, there are icons to be aware of. This icon returns you to the main screen. This returns you back to the previous page. This exits the Intel RAID BIOS console utility. This silences an error alarm. Go into Controller Properties. The Controller Properties link takes you to the Controller Information screen. The Controller Properties screen is just information, but you can see firmware version the controller is using here. Click Next to view additional controller properties. On the Additional Controller Properties screen, the two primary selections to note are the rebuild rate and alarm control. Rebuild rate controls the amount of compute cycles to devote to array rebuild. A setting of 100 gives total priority to the rebuild. A setting of 0 means the rebuild will only occur if the system is not doing anything else. The default rebuild rate is 30. Alarm control is used to disable the alarm if needed. Press Home to return to the main menu. Scan Devices checks the physical and virtual drives for any changes of the drive status. Use this to scan for a newly installed disk or drive status change. Selecting virtual drives gives you access to virtual drives configured on the controller. Here you can perform a number of operations on the virtual drives. Note that initializing a virtual drive deletes all information on the physical drives that compose the virtual drive. For more detailed information, see the Intel RAID Software User's Guide. Press Home to go back to Main Menu. Physical View displays the physical drives for each channel or port. From this screen, you can rebuild the physical arrays or disk groups or view the properties of the physical drive you select. Selecting an unconfigured disk and then selecting Properties will allow you to create a global or dedicated hot spare for your arrays. Press Home to return to Main Menu. Configuration Wizard lets you create a new or additional array or virtual disk. Clear Configuration allows you to clear existing RAID controller configurations. New configuration clears the existing RAID controller configuration and allows you to create a new configuration. With new configuration, existing data on the earlier defined drives will be lost. Add configuration retains the old configuration and allows you to create additional arrays or virtual disks. We'll create a new configuration for this demonstration. Select New Configuration and click Next. Click the Yes button. Manual configuration allows you to create drive groups and virtual drives and set the parameters manually. With manual configuration, you can select the RAID level you desire. See the Intel RAID Software User's Guide for detailed information on manual configuration and information on available RAID levels. We'll select Automatic Configuration, which uses default parameters and is suitable for most users. Note that you must designate hot spare drives before starting automatic configuration, because automatic configuration uses all available disks. There are two options for redundancy: redundancy when possible or no redundancy. Redundancy when possible configures the highest redundancy RAID array option for the available number of disks. No redundancy configures all available drives as a RAID 0 virtual drive. Click Next to continue. Select Accept to accept the newly created drive group. Select Yes to save configuration. Select Yes to initialize. By default, selecting Yes from the previous prompt will do a fast initialize and you may not notice the screen. You can see that the virtual disk is showing an initialized status. Exit the RAID BIOS console by selecting Exit from the main menu. Click the Yes button to exit. Lastly, reboot your system. Computers and its components can and do fail. Multiple disk failures in RAID configurations or malware infections can take down your system and corrupt critical data. A tested backup strategy should be an integral part of a healthy data security system. Always consider implementing a backup strategy for your data security. Thank you for watching this video. For more information, you may log on to www.intel.com/support.